A recent study published by the University of New Hampshire found roughly 1 in 8 Americans believe the Apollo moon landing was fake. That result came from the national survey asking the public about various conspiracies. As part of our National News Literacy Week coverage, News 5's Andy Koen tells us about new tools Colorado lawmakers have created to help students think critically about the information they read online or in other forms of media.
Should take you to this page.
Palmer High School social studies teacher Paul Blakesley is asking his class today to think critically about 2 opposing articles written about the Apollo 11 moon landing.
All right, so
one is by an author who writes a monthly column called Conspiracy. The other is published by the Institute of Physics.
A lot of what I've taught has to do with finding, good sources, quality scholarly sources.
Considering the source of information is one of the tools he teaches students as part of a media literacy unit.
To realize that every source has a perspective. I like to say perspective rather than bias. And there's nothing wrong with perspective, it's just you need to be aware of what that perspective is when you are doing anything, at least research, especially research related, but I think more and more just as we look at the news.
Mr. Blakesley was ahead of the curve. He's taught these lessons at Palmer for at least 5 years now.
Students are facing the largest and most complex information landscape in human history.
In 2019, Colorado lawmakers began the process of incorporating media literacy education into the state social studies standards. The Media Literacy Resource Bank is a webpage created by the Colorado Department of Education that gives parents, teachers, anyone really, free materials to encourage critical thinking.
But if you think of the depth and the kind of broadness of media, we're talking about games, we're talking about social media messages, we're talking about documentaries, entertainment, TV, YouTube videos. All of these need to be understood.
The National Association for Media Literacy and Education is one of the partner groups providing these materials to the CDE. She applauds the efforts by our state to adopt media literacy education standards and hopes to see more teachers like Mr. Blakesley giving these skills to students all across America.
We really need to invest in teacher training. We really need to give teachers the support they need and deserve to bring these skills into the classroom.
Andy Koen, News 5.